Alright, what's good YouTube? Brandon Clark here. This is going to be my very first video on my new lifting fitness channel, whatever you want to call it. Little introduction to myself. Before I get judged on the bag, it is an Iowa State bag for all you Hawkeye fans or whatever it may be. I did go to Iowa State University, majored in kinesiology, and I am a personal trainer. So, on the side, I do power lifts, and in the near future, I am going to be competing in the 181-pound weight class. I was previously going to compete. I ended up suffering a hip injury which set me back actually about 6 or 7 months, so I never got to compete. I'm actually just now working back up to heavier weight. So I decided that I wanted to make a YouTube channel, kind of share that with you guys, look for people's input, help, advice, whatever it may be. So as far as future videos to come, videos will be questions you ask, comments you have, the programming that I do. It's going to consist of a lot of benching, squatting, and deadlifting, of course, being that I power lift, have accessory days, food days, you know, day in the life, whatever it may be, whatever you guys would like to see. But this very first video, getting it out of the way so you guys all know, is going to be a what is in my gym bag video. Because there's a lot of crap in here. I'm not even sure what's in here, since I just keep filling it up more and more with stuff. Now that I have this camera, there is now a tripod that I have to try and fit in here. But we'll get started. So the first thing right here on the top of my gym bag is my all black low top Converse. I do use these just mostly for squatting. I'm actually flat footed, so they're a really comfortable workout shoe for me in general. So sometimes I'll just wear slippers to the gym and then I'll throw these on and I'll just actually work out entirely in these, not always. Squatting always done in these. Deadlifting I do barefoot. Sometimes I'll bench in them. Just depends how I'm feeling that day. I am currently in the market for the Nike Ramaleos. Being that I'm out of college, you know, on a low budget, so I might have to save up for those. But I am, which you'll see in future videos, a very quad dominant squatter. I have a very narrow stance. So the Ramaleos might actually be more beneficial to me. We'll see. I love my Chucks. Very comfy. Love to squat in them. But I'm always open to new ideas. Second thing, we'll get the big items out of the way, is my red Inzer Forever lever belts in the 13mm thickness. Love this belt. I mean, there's so much I could say about it, really. I can do that in a different video. If you guys would like to have the Inzer Forever lever belt review done, I'm not going to take your time reviewing really in-depthly to things on this video, but if it's something you want to see, definitely let me know and I can do it for you. Next thing is my wrist straps. Now these are actually my oldest and the pair I like the most. Definitely will use these on back day when my grip is really starting to go and I'm doing, you know, heavy rows or lat pull down, things like that, that I'm not able to fully contract my back or do the movement correctly because my grip is suffering. So I would rather work the back than suffer with my hands. So I'll always have straps in my bag, get used quite often. Never on max effort deadlifts though, gotta have your grip strength. So next, a couple things I didn't mention. This is not mine, and we'll clear this up. I don't roll with pink. This is my fiance's Slingshot hip circle. She has a few things in here because we do share the same bag. I'm not going to get into her things. She will make her own video on her channel, which I will put a link in the description to where she'll do a what's in my bag. and she has a few things in here. We share the same bag. So, if you see me moving things around, it's probably her stuff, not that I'm just not pulling out everything. Next I have that I can see here are very old, not even sure why they're still in here, knee wraps. I have not used these things in a long time for reasons you'll see here in a minute. I'm pretty sure I got these from like Scheels or something. Don't know why they're in here. Probably should go through and clean out my bag, but old knee wraps, don't know what brand they are, couldn't tell you. Had them since like I was a freshman in college. So, next thing in here as the reason to why I do not use those knee wraps anymore is because I have this Slingshot Lily Bridge world record knee wraps, and apparently my rubber bands broke because these were nicely put in here, but you know. So again, another item of mine made by Slingshot. I can put a link in the description of where I got these. They're made by Mark Bell. Love them, love them, love them. Again, not going to review them. If this is something you'd like to see a review on, please let me know. Next are, oh, that's hers, get out of the way, are my very, very old, very first ever wrist wraps. They are the Harbinger. I don't know, very thin, very stretchy, don't really offer that much support. I'll use these normally on my very first couple sets of squats when it's not real heavy, but I'm still looking for a little bit of wrist support, but not looking to lose complete circulation in my hands, which tends to happen when I get heavier and I use my other wraps, which I'll get into in a little bit. So yeah, very old, probably got them around the same time as those first knee wraps, cheap, you know, we all improve. Alright, so next is Slingshot wrist straps. Another set of wrist straps in here. I don't really use these very much. They're very stiff. Probably would be better if I wore them much, but they were free in the package with my knee wraps, so they're in here. I threw them in here. Don't really get used much. Just another set of wrist straps. In here, my next one, if I can find the other one, is my Slingshot elbow sleeves. Again, also made by Slingshot, very popular powerlifting company. If you don't know who they are, their website will be in the description. Love these elbow sleeves. I was battling tendonitis really bad in my right elbow, and this, I mean, first time I put these on, pain was gone. I benched pain free. So awesome to have if you don't have any and you are suffering any pain in your elbow. I've seen people put them on their knees. Any pain in your knee, any pain in your elbow, great compression sleeve to have. Next in here are headphones for my iPod. Haven't needed them for a while because the gym that I was working out at it's just a small garage gym. Then you can just hook up your iPod to the stereo that has surround sound. So I haven't needed them, but we are switching gyms, so stay tuned for that, which I will need these again. Unfortunately, I really like not having to use headphones, but take what you can get. Alright, next in here is my iPod Touch with charger cord hooked up to it, obviously for music purposes. Next wrist straps in here are my Elite Fitness wrist straps. These I had picked up after the Harbinger ones. Much tighter, much stronger cast-like feel to them. They're kind of a little too aggressive for me. They kind of hurt when they're fully wrapped. So I didn't wear these long, but they offered me a lot more support than those. But I haven't really used them much in a while, actually. Not bad. And then my go-to, my favorite, I probably need a new pair because these bad boys are getting pretty worn. Again by Slingshot, because I love me some Mark Bell. They gangsta wrist wraps. These things are absolute heaven. Again, if you want me to review anything in this bag, anything Slingshot, please let me know and I can go in more depth, show how I wrap with these. But they're magic. They are very soft to the feel, but when you crank these babies on, I mean your wrist is not moving, and it's not a painful cast-like feel either. These are, I mean, they're my favorite wrist wraps I've ever owned. I would highly recommend them to anybody. Link will be in the description. Next, let's see. Another set of wrist wraps, or wrist straps, excuse me. Don't really use these either. Obviously they were in the bottom of my bag. Just another pair, don't know where they're from. Bought them at some point in time. Moving on. Another pair of headphones, because I mean you can't have too many pairs of headphones. Maybe you want to wear both pairs at one time for twice the music. I don't know why they're in here. Bottom, I have a couple golf balls. I'm very big into ART, myofascial release type of things. Foam rolling is the common term. I use the golf balls for very, very pinpoint pressure on my feet or bicep, tricep, things like that. Very smaller points that you need a little more aggression to dig out. Golf balls come in handy. Have a softball. Softball is mostly for my legs. Roll up my glutes with it a lot. It's a little bigger, still very dense. Again, it's in here. If I'm feeling tight, I'll roll my hips out with this. Go to, if you know much about myofascial release, that's awesome. If you don't, I highly recommend looking up foam rolling. Foam rolling is probably what saved me after my hip injury. I can get into it in more detail in a later video, but ever since I started foam rolling, I've had zero pain anywhere. It's absolutely fantastic. I wish I would have knew about it beforehand, but glad I know about it now. Let's see. That is Brooks. And 10 cents. Let's go. I'm rich. Woo! That's mine. Shh, don't tell her. Let's see what else we got here. I think that is it. Oh, and on the side pouch, because I was planning on competing, never got a chance to, still plan on doing it in the near future, hopefully when I'm back at 100% and lifting some pretty good weight, is my powerlifting Titan singlets. When I bought this, it is just the Titan Classic singlets. I got it off of, I don't even remember where I got it from now. It was so long ago. So as a size reference, it is a size large in the Classic. I'm 6 foot and I'll compete at 181. So just as a size reference, when I bought it, I was about 185 and it fits perfect. Fits like a glove. So size large, Titan Classic, 6 foot, 181 pound, weight class. So I think that is everything in my bag. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, please hit the like button. I would really like to get this out to as many people as possible and share my journey and growth and knowledge with everybody out there. I think that is all I have for you. Next video hopefully is a actual training video. We are in the process of switching gyms. Hopefully it goes smoothly. So stay tuned, and until next time, later YouTube.